felters and crafters, so this is just my small business and what I get up to in a day. Thought I'd take you along so you could just have a look through. I have been doing this hair, but we're not going to start with that. We are going to start with the temperature blanket, which I'll explain in a minute. But first off, I've just put the orders I got last night outside ready for the postman to collect, and I'm just going to pack this order up. So I've got a small needle felting business. I've got a couple of big events coming up, so I'm trying to be as productive as possible. But yeah, first up, get the orders done, and then we can crack on with the temperature blanket. So this is my temperature blanket. I followed the instructions from Cameron's Cute Creations, and it's huge. It's 250 across, and it's obviously going to be 365 down. So each day you have a different colour, or I have done a band sort of 3 to 5 degrees, 6 to 8, 9 to 11, because obviously you'd need so many wools, it would be really hard. But the day that I'm doing now, which I'm a couple of days behind, it was 16 degrees, so I'm actually on that colour. That's petrified forest colour, so here it is, and I'm actually on that colour, so it's a continuation. We have had, you know, very sort of not cold but very constant temperature around 16, 17, 18, and it really shows in this temperature blanket. Let me just open it up for you for the last few days. You can see, so here's the colour. See, it got hot there, and then the grey colour that I've got, God, there's so much, and there's another sort of 6 days of grey that I'm a little bit behind on that I'm going to do. So see how the temperatures were very consistent for the days. But yeah, it's really lovely. So let's do a row on this or two just to keep up to date.
Brand new street and brand new me, side by friends I need. Don't you tell me that you're in town, I already know, couple days ago. Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone and I'm calling your phone. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could dream about somebody else. I wish I could talk when the silence so loud. I wish, oh I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could do something that will make sense. I wish I would know what you're thinking about. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. Saw you now. Dreams might turn into something real. Don't you give me that look, take a bow, already know. Now you gotta go. Hey, now that our names are written in stone, let's be honest, sounds like home. Still I'm here alone and I'm calling your phone. I wish I could wipe my own memory out. I wish I could dream.
So next up I'm going to do some dyeing. This is a dread. I'll put the name up. It's from World of Wool. They sent them to me recently just to test, and I was going to dye them up. So I've got the thin, the medium and the thick of it. I've got my citric acid. The colours we're going to do is we're going to go raspberry and pink for the main, and then plum and lilac for the splatters. I've got my gloves, and I've got my tray that I use just for dyeing. So I'm going to soak it first. I'm going to put it in here for at least 20 minutes to absorb the water up. I am going to put a bit of citric acid in this one and then put some more in it later. after it's soaked for at least 20 minutes, and you could see there how wool doesn't like taking up the water, and even inside, you know, after 5 minutes of squashing it under, it was still dry. So I sort of turn it over and then leave it there for at least 20 minutes. Turn the oven on, because this is how I do my dyeing. I'm not an expert. I'm just sort of still seeing how it goes. I've watched some YouTube videos. So put your gloves on. I'm doing this in the utility, so sorry about the lighting, but dye stains everything. So I'm trying to do this over the stainless steel. So pop it back in a little bit of water with the citric acid. I'm still making my dyes up too strong, I think, so I need to have a bigger jug and make them more dilute. But yeah, look at it. This is the raspberry colour. I can't remember the second colour, and then we've got the lilac and, oh, I can't remember the other one. But yeah, so this side, this will dye the top side, and then I'll put it in the oven and then turn it over and do the other side, is how I do it, because I obviously don't have massive trays or anything. But yeah, it's great fun playing around with dyeing. I've got to try and be careful that I know what I'm going to do with the wools and the items I dye. I can't just keep dyeing for fun. But yeah, it is great to just give it a go and see how the colours come out. So that's the other colour on, and then I'm going to do a couple of sprinkles. I think because I did this dye colour a bit strong, the sprinkles aren't going to notice that much at all, but I still did a few and had to sort of try with it. So what happens is, after this, I pop it in the oven for about 20 minutes, at least 160, 170. You don't let it boil, but that helps set it. And then we'll talk about the watercolour in a minute. See, those dyes, they showed a little bit on the white. This is where I just sort of prodded it down a bit and made sure all the wool soaked it up. I do like having a little bit of white still in there, and then carrying it through. I'm really paranoid I'm going to drop this one day. And then pop it in the oven, and then leave that for 20 minutes and back to the hair for a little bit. I brought the hair downstairs so I could sit already. So just to show you, I've pulled it out of the oven. It's had 20 minutes at about 160. Just turn it round. Now, I don't know if you can pick it up, but I can definitely. Oh, you see, it doesn't show there. But the water, if you look in that middle bit and in there, it is clear, and that's what you want. Is that means all the dye has been taken up. It might not look it at the edges, but it is. But yeah, it's running a lot clearer. And I wasn't getting that when I was dyeing with the vinegar, so the citric acid seems to be doing that a lot better. So I'm going to go and do the same on the other side. I'm going to flip it over next door. I'm going to do a couple of other colours on the other side just to see. I'll show you how much it hasn't taken on the other side as well. We'll just go through now. So yeah, sorry about the lighting. So yes, I can just about touch it. A lot of people use tongs just to show you that's how much hasn't taken on the other side. So I'm just going to flip it all over and then put some dyes on this side. So here's the next colour I poured on. You can see how much white there was. Then it went back in the oven for 20 minutes, came out. I rinsed it in a little bit of soap, and then you rinse it in plain water. And here it is on the line. So I like the sort of fading in and out of the colours. And you have to leave it to dry for quite a long time. So sat down, had a quick cup of tea. The dogs always come and join us when we sit down. So this is a couple of days later. I've just snuck this footage in just to show you it all dry, and it's exactly the same colour as my flowers, but yeah, very happy with the colours it came out at. And so that was all done. So I went upstairs, and I had this guy sort of mostly done yesterday. So I'm just going to complete him. It's just one of my Highland cows that I do. I've got videos on them, PDFs, and I do a kit for them in different colours. So I'll just whiz through this one. It won't take me long because most of the bits are all done.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your white knuckles holding on to tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around. Moments pass, make this one count. Untie. You're so good at dragging yourself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts. There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair. Hell underwater, fine for air. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive. Breathe in, breathe out. Look at the colors, colors, colors around, You got the white knuckles holding on to tight, keeping your fears bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die.
So it's about 8:30 now. I did have quite a lot of time today because my husband took the kids out and he cooked dinner, so it was quite productive. Punch needle is quicker than needle felting as well, so I can literally get a whole frame done. That went further than I thought, but thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's just showing you some of the varied crafts that I'm doing just to keep it sort of interesting and prepare for yarn day at the same time with doing lots of needle felting. So thanks for watching and being here and keeping me company, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.